All right, Rippers, welcome back. It's good to see you again. Got the next video in this series. I'm taking a look at doing some improvements to this Palmetto State Arms dagger, right? Some things that would be useful out there. You may find useful, you may not. It's up to you. You do you, but these are things that you can consider. So what we're going to do first is just go ahead and do our safety check first, because we're in a safe area here at my workbench. And there we go, empty magazine. And we've got an empty chamber right there. And then this one here, this is a Glock 42 and 380. We got an empty magazine there. And we've got empty chamber there, right? Okay, so the reason I have the Glock 42 and 380 is this is one of my carry guns that I had for a while that will probably be passed on to one of my kids for their carry guns, that kind of thing. It's a great gun. I have nothing bad to say about the Glock 42. I did put night sights on it because I think all of them should have night sights. I think for the price they could add night sights, but that's not a bad thing. And I do like these TLR 6s that are all molded in because they don't stick out, past the side frame of the gun there or the slide, and they don't really stick out on the bottom much. They provide plenty of light, and they have a little laser on there. You can get just a light version, but it's the same size. They install easily, and it makes it easier to find a holster for it. Now, what I was telling you earlier about, as you can see right there, adding a charging assister, or whatever we want to call it. It's a back plate that has little wings on it. And as you can see, this is one from the Glock store, and it's USA made, right? It's made out of aluminum, I believe it is. It's either that or stainless, but I'm pretty sure it's aluminum, aircraft grade, probably 70, 75 or something like that. And you can see how it has a little bit of a return on it right there, like a little return on it. That kind of helps it grip better. But that helps people not only with grip issues, because there's a lot of people out there, whether they're older or handicapped, or have partial handicaps, or just have weak grip strength due to tendon issues or arthritis, things like that, that find it hard to charge these little micro pistols, right? This one does have a really heavy spring on it too. So this allows you to be able to, you can even hook your fingers on it like that and get it. But the other thing about this is you can hook this onto a table or onto your jeans or a belt or whatnot. Say one hand gets hurt or damaged, an arm gets damaged, something like that, and you only have one hand to work with. Well, you can push that on there just like I'm doing there and rack your firearm in case you have a jam, to clear jam, or to rack it for a new magazine. So I wanted to show you one. This is one that you can get here from the Glock store. It's a little bit beefier because we're going to try, we always try here to find affordable ways to do things and upgrade things, and then we test them to see if they hold up, right? And that's what we're going to do in this case. We found one that was, because honestly, this is like now, because of prices, is like almost just under $50. It's like 46 bucks or 49 bucks or something like that for this one right here. And I just think that's a little too much when you can go on to Amazon, right, and find yourself one. Of course, it's made in China. It's hard to get away from that, but it is a little bit thinner. But it's built out of a good quality aluminum. It seems to be machined nicely. It has, as you can see here, it not only has the wings that are going to stick out further, but they're not quite as thick per se. They don't have a rounded over area, right? So we'll see how it goes. But that's also because they see how they have these little hooks on it. You can see here. Oops, I'll go like that. Got a little hook here on the top to help hook it onto your jeans or your socks or your shoe or whatever you need to hook it onto to charge the firearm, right? And all this is a replacement for your back plate. So this isn't, and just for YouTube's sake, this isn't about building new guns. These here are both registered firearms. They're not you know, make your own firearms, right? So this is about repair and maintenance on your firearm here, and you know, little upgrades to help them work better. So that's all I'm showing here is how to install one of these really quick. It's not all that hard. It's not something hard to do. You can also get custom back plates that have pictures on them, like flags or your favorite saying, or you know, like FJB or whatever like that, right? So you can get all those kind of things on there too. I mean, there's nothing you can't get anymore, it seems like. But this is something that I think would be really useful on a service weapon, just because, or even a carry weapon, because, you know, things happen in an altercation and you could lose the use of one of your limbs, right? So, you know, this allows you to be able to function maybe the firearm a little bit better with just, you know, one appendage. So, that being said, let's get into putting this on. So, first off, I went and got my Leatherman here. I use this Leatherman Mutt. It's actually designed as a field tool for AR-15s, things like that, because it has a nice little punch on it there like that, which I like to use. And you're going to see where that comes into effect here. Of course, we've already checked the gun for clear, so we're going to go ahead and take the slide off. Now what you do, you know, on Glocks, as most people know, you've got little tabs on each side here. There's one right there that you basically pull downwards towards the trigger as you pull back on the slide a little, and then push the slide forward, and off it comes, right? So that's, as you can see, that's pulling this down to release it, and you kind of just pull back and forward a little and it just comes right off, right? Just that easy. So you set that aside. Now, to get this plate off, you want to be sure to put your thumb over the plate that's originally there. Now, what you're going to see here, and I'll get you right up to the camera here, see if I can get some light on this. Okay, so there we go. Got some light on there, right? So right below your striker right here, you'll see a little plastic piece, right? So there we go. You'll see this little plastic piece right there, and then there's a space in the striker. So what you want to do is you want to take this punch and you want to put it in between there, just like that, right? And what you want to do is, as you can watch here, you put it in between that little space between the plastic piece and the striker. See how I got that? Right there like that. Got that in between there? Alright, so you put it in between there, and then you put your thumb over this, just like that. Like you're, you know, almost like you're taking bullets out of your magazine, right? So you put that there, you push downward on that plastic piece, and then forward on the back plate, and you'll see how it popped out right there. See how that just slid out? Now keep your thumb over it because there's spring-loaded pieces in there. Now once you've slid that all the way out, they're not under a lot of pressure, and you'll see here, you've got, right here, you've got the spring-loaded piece. Right here, spring-loaded piece for your extractor, and the spring-loaded piece here for your striker, right? Your striker holder, right? So leave those two things in there. You've got your other plate that came out, right? Just that easy. Now you're just going to reverse that process. You're going to take this piece right there. This is up. See, the rounded way is up. The rounded corners are up. We'll consider this up this way. And you're going to start sliding it in there. Now first, you're going to hold it with your fingers here like this, and you're just going to push down on that little plastic piece and move it forward just a little more. Now you see how I did that? I'll show you here. So you're going to be pushing down on this right here to allow this to just slide over that, right? So we'll get it on there like that. We're gonna push down on this right there. Slide this over it a little. Now that we've got it over that, you're going to push down on your, see there, you've got your extractor spring right there. You're just going to push down on it just a little bit and keep sliding this forward. You know, keep pressure forward while you're pushing down on that until it's over that, and then it just snaps on, and you just push it forward or push it up until you hear it click. And you can see I heard it click. Now we're going to go ahead and test it right here. We're going to make sure we have spring tension from that. So just like we were taking it off, I put it in between there again, and yes, I've got my spring tension. Yes, this is pushed up and on. No, it's not coming off by pulling it downwards, right? And now, as you can see, we have this with its little wings and hook installed on there so that you have something to grab onto like this, or to grab onto with the pocket on your jeans. You know, you could hook this inside the little pocket on your jeans or the big pocket on your jeans and use it to charge the handle. You could do it on your shoe. You could do it on a table if needed be. It gives you a little something that sticks out a little bit further, but doesn't stick out so obtrusively. Now, you could shave these down and recolor them up with a little black pen if you wanted to. But this is gives you the ability to have that charging handle on there, have that ability to charge one-handed, and I think it's a really good addition. And we'll see how good this Chinese one holds up, and if it doesn't, then we will go ahead and start saving up for one of the better ones that is at Glock store, and put one of those on there. So, and if you want to help out with that, do have a PayPal link in there. It always helps. It always goes towards the channel so that I can share these kind of things with you guys. And so you can see it from behind. See, it just replaces that dust cover, right? And this is just what you do too if you wanted to put on a custom dust cover of a different color or with a little saying or anything like that. So now to put it back together, all we got to do is just take and slide it back in, just like we were putting it together after cleaning it. Chamber it back, and there we have it. So now, as you can see, that's how it looks on the dagger. Gives you a little bit of purchase room here, as you can see. You can just do that easy. You can do it one-handed, right? Like if you're doing it on a table, it just gives you a little something to hook on to, right? I think that's a neat, inexpensive. This was, I think, $15, and free shipping because I have Prime. But you know, it's just not that much money to give it a try. So that's what we're going to do. So that's our first enhancement to the dagger. Before we take it out to the range that we're doing, I hope that helps you. Hope it gives you an idea. See if something like that you think would be useful, especially in a readiness situation. Especially, you know, you get hurt out there, you might have to do things one-handed. So anyway, I hope that helps all you guys out. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. But most of all, be sure to leave a comment in the comment section and share it out on all your social media platforms, because that really does help. Because quite honestly, hey, times are tough right now. Groceries are expensive. Gas is crazy expensive. Things are getting hard, and they're gonna get harder. So, you know, the first thing we have to do is take care of ourselves. Make sure that we have our own finances and preps and everything else situated right around your home. And then if you're blessed enough to have a little left over and you want to help out people, well then, if you feel like you want to support a channel a little extra like that, you can. But don't do it unless you can and you're squared away yourself. And the reason I say that is because honestly, the things I said earlier, liking, sharing, subscribing, leaving a comment, and sharing it out on all your social media platforms, that really is help enough, and it costs you nothing but about, I do it on most every video, or probably every video I watch, you know, it takes me maybe 2 minutes at the max to do that for the people that I respect, that I think have integrity out here, and that are trying to bring people together in great communities for the challenges that are ahead. Because you know what? Being a lone wolf or trying to do it on your own is really a short-term answer for a long-term problem. So together is the way we're going to get through what lies ahead, right? And that's what makes it, too, not as fearful, which because it shouldn't be. If you are prepared, there's no reason to be fearful. And if you have a community and a group, even better, right? Because you'll be there to help each other. So always remember to stay safe, stay secure, always be aware of your surroundings, right? And be getting ready and prepared for what may be coming ahead. And always, if you've got it, carry it. And if you're carrying it, get out there and use it and practice with it like we're going to do in future videos, so that you're not only safe for yourself, but for others. Till next time, adios.